Okay, time to finally do El Camino before the ending of, I don't know, Evil Dead month. Seriously, I'm getting sick of Ash, possessing me and stuff. Sure hope that, Carnage stuff isn't still happening. Help me, please. I'll just calm you. We're gonna get you good, boy. Well, nice for you to finally show up. Guess who showed up after the street fair? Oh, no. Yeah, Bronk, I know you're in there. Just... Whoa, guys, is this still happening? Do I need the Days Horse Deals graphic? No, you do not. Though I am the superior one. Oh, wait, didn't you get on Disney XD with that cartoon show? Yes, I was in Marvel's Spider-Man. But I'll talk about it next time. Yeah, it was only in for 2 episodes. Wait, seriously? Oh, wow. Guys, what the hell's going on? Oh, God, this set's a wreck. Just go and do your El Camino review. We'll cover you. Wait, like, seriously? Yeah, come on, man. You're like my hero and shit. Wait, was that a quote? Gwen, was that a quote? Yeah. And didn't you watch this like a couple times? Good point. Okay, be right back. And, oh shit, this is insane. Yeah, the good news about, speaking of my battery, is that, I actually shot this review, I think a week or 2 in advance. The problem is my mic, as you can tell, it just crapped out at the worst time. So, one mic check back on the, flashbacks. Speaking of mics, Mike was actually good for his cameo. I will spoil all the cameos. It's been a couple of weeks. Please watch this on Netflix. If you are interested in the series, I highly recommend just watching the series first before the movie. Unless you want to piece it together yourself, go ahead. It's not that hard of a timeline to work with. So, you're good there, to be honest with you. Also, there are going to be, if I'm not mistaken, there were a lot of video essays after the fact with, Breaking Bad, so I won't recommend any or card any, because I'm pretty sure you can find some yourself that will actually get you started. I would like to, I guess, quickly recommend, I want to say, Wisecrack. I think they may have done a Breaking Bad breakdown. I'll put the link to their channel down below. Like I said, this is a huge series to not just have one thing get carded, so it's going to be a while. So yeah, so that flashback goes back to, like I said earlier, about, Jesse's friends helping him out, covering up the car. And, again, like I said, I was going to do spoilers for Season 5, I think. The Magnet guy showed up. I loved him. He was a cool little, I guess, tertiary character for that episode. He was really cool. He obviously remembered Jesse when he started getting on the run, saw his name all over the news. And he was on the phone saying, like, yeah, at this point, kid, who doesn't know you? I don't know if that was, like, the creator's idea of, like, as a, I guess, I'm not... Sorry, I'm also rushing because I gotta go work soon. I guess acknowledgement of the fans and how far how popular the show is. Again, it could be that or just Jesse's shit's uphill here. So yeah, he goes to the car. The El Camino itself is actually a really sweet car. I'm not a car guy, but I would love to drive them around New Mexico, to be honest with you. Just for like a test track or something like that. His hair is. I look like either a greaser from the 50s. How the hell am I gonna get this? No. Okay. Hair life, right? Anyway, yeah. So, Manga guy bounced because he realized that the car is low jacked and cops are on the way. And the rest of this is just the, I guess Pete and Badger just covering for him. I think they swapped cars, and Pete kept the oil Camino in his place so he could get caught by the cops and just not say shit for like a couple hours. And, yeah, I know I've glossed over all of this. This is the first 20 minutes of the movie, by the way. I'm going to be glossing over a lot of minutes of the movie. So, about a half hour in, Jesse's going around town trying to find people he can help out with to get him out of here. The main goal is to hit to Alaska. For those who never watched the show, it's like a, I guess a hideout kind of spot for this level of crime in the area. And Walt did use it before the finale, and it was miserable for him, but it was actually kind of calming and very rewarding in Jesse's case, which I'll get to in a minute with the ending. But yeah, no actual flashbacks of the series in general. No like clip shows or anything like that for the movie. For those who were worried that it was going to be a thing, the only time it's going to be clip show heavy is the intro coming into the movie that Netflix usually does for like in between season stuff. Where was I when I originally filmed this? I think when I was originally filming this, I was bitching about, what was it 13 Reasons Why? Because, pretty much it just did their, season 3, video that just got out. Cartoon. It was actually a live show. They actually, I think, toured the whole, country. But, again, I'm getting ahead of myself. Don't watch for 13 Reasons Why. Watch other people watch it because it's a shit show, really. I suffered through it because I thought I could make some content out of it. No, I really can't. Those kids need therapy. Character-wise, that blah, blah, blah. You know how it is. Anyway, yeah, Todd shows up. Jesse Plemons actually comes back into Todd just fine. And like I said earlier about Badger, and it could clearly show that 6 years has changed. Same thing with Jesse Plemons as Todd. For those who don't know Todd, he was, I think AMZ said it best, Meth Damon. Like, he was like a really handsome little neo-Nazi little shit. He really was. I'll get to how he became a like just pain in Jesse's life throughout the rest of the series and coming into the finale there. Yeah, he's I guess spoilers for that. He's dead, thankfully. The flashbacks though, he's still an asshole even in the flashbacks. Yeah, spoilers for just the entirety of the final season. I can't contain it. It's how it is. Jesse gets kidnapped by the Nazis, neo-Nazis, that will hire to, I guess, kill Jesse, or, his brother-in-law. I could be wrong. It's been a long time since I've seen the final season, so we may have sporadic spoilers here. Air quotes, might. So yeah, Jesse gets, kidnapped and basically enslaved to just do, their patented blue meth that got him so famous throughout the show, in the a lot of crime, in the area. I know I'm glossing over that side. There's a lot to deconstruct about Breaking Bad that I can't do in a single video, let alone sporadically spoil it. Like I said, please watch it yourself. So yeah, they had a day off, a hangout day in this movie-made flashback with him and Todd. And yeah, Todd didn't really leave that role unscathed. Yeah, Jesse Plemons comes back to being like this quiet guy that's like, cool to hang out with. And then you just have to help out moving a body to the car. Yeah. Getting to the present, Jesse uses Todd's apartment to just find any extra cash he had stashed. That's the whole point of that flashback. He has some cash stored around the area in his apartment, and his maid found out, killed her, and now has to move it around somewhere else in the house. And Jesse's like, just go to a bank. And it's like, no, this is crime. You can't move shit in the bank. Batteries almost have to go out. So yeah, Plemons came back to the roles just fine. There's a bunch of him and Lydia shipping Easter eggs throughout his apartment, making it more creepier than usual. And yeah, for those who've seen the series and is rewarded with his death, seeing all those Easter eggs of him and Lydia does kind of still double confirm that he was still worth getting iced by Jesse. And yeah, I won't spoil how that went down because that was awesome. Not gonna lie. So yeah, the rest of the flashbacks is gonna be movie made. Like mostly it's gonna be about Jesse's captivity with the neo-Nazis. I think I covered it as new enemy when I originally did this earlier. I don't really care now. Sorry that it is political, but these are the characters of the show, so my bad. Yeah, so I think they have original villains. Wow, speaking of my wording, for the whole thing, they were also during the present when they captured Jesse. He thought they were cops, but they really weren't. They were scam artists. And what else? They're kind of creepy too. They're more on the coke scene, not on the meth scene, I guess, for their character backstories. I could tell, I had to rewatch one of the flashbacks for the movie, the ones made for the movie. I was like, wow, I missed that the first time. Apparently when they were helping out the guys that, kidnapped, Jesse, they had to, like, refortify the area and, like, help out the loosening of the joints. Long story short, that guy, had, like, a gigantic-ass beard and, like, basic, like, hipster, I don't know, hippie status, and apparently when coming into the present, he just shaved that shit down just, like, to get some cash on the side on Todd's end. I guess they must have found out about it in between the hangout days. Yeah, there is something I missed about Todd's hangout day with him. I won't say much. It is kind of a sort of standoff, but like a weak one. Like Jesse could have escaped, but he couldn't. It was like a lot of true crime people were like, oh, they're doing that the whole manipulation thing. They're trying to be your friend, even though they're not, kind of deal. I won't get into that. Again, that's for video essays, not this review. So yeah, I think the only flashback of the main series that they retconned in was Walt. Yeah, everyone and myself was wondering when Bryan Cranston was going to come back as a cameo for the movie. It was a flashback. I think that's when most of everything calmed down in the present. Because Robert Forster came back as the vacuum guy. And there's a reason why I remember this guy's name than everyone else in this cast is that, unfortunately, he passed away right after this movie launched on Netflix. And he's a great actor. I've rewatched, the only thing I actually know of his filmography was Jackie Brown. Classic trailer card, too. It's a great movie. His character's great. Bail bonds and all. Little Easter egg there for Jackie Brown fans and mostly Quentin Tarantino fans. Yeah, it's in that kind of mindset of like movies back then, but it's a great movie to watch regardless. It stands alone like everything else in Tarantino's filmography. It's really good, and he's a great actor. I'm glad he came back to Breaking Bad at the right time before his passing. Sucks that he's gone, but that's how it is. I didn't do a moment of silence for the original footage, so for him, because he's that damn cool. When you see it, you know it. I gotta do my little moment of silence for him. So that being said, let's get it over with. So yeah, for all of his scenes in El Camino, it's just basically telling Jesse doesn't have enough for getting to Alaska because he was the guy. His character was the guy that transported Walt into Alaska. Jesse was doing the same thing there, but bailed last minute because he just screamed his head off, screaming, "He can't keep getting away with it!" There's a lot of Breaking Bad memes, and I think that one gets used a lot for a lot of other like drama around the world and fandoms. So that's kind of how we are there, where that originated. Yeah, so he told him he's a little short because he has to double the price. Because I don't want to go the arithmetic of on the whole on the math of it, but basically he's got to get another extra $100,000 out of that. And at least the last act of the movie, of him showing off the welder guys. I was just gonna call them the welder guys because I don't want to say the N word, the other N word, for a little longer. Yeah, he shows up to their place after going to his parents' house, which actually came back. They weren't really around on the show a lot. I think they left after either seasons 2 or 3, where Jesse was getting a little ballsy with the money. And that also comes back into play, I think, in Walt's flashback. He's, a little ballsy with the money. I think they just left, I don't know if it was when they were kidnapped in Mexico. That was way earlier on in the series, if that's the case. They still have the Winnebago. That Winnebago is kind of iconic now, with the bullet holes and all, just saying. For those who are going to rent that, that'd be cool. What else? Yeah, just Walt just giving him like a life lesson. Same thing in Mike's flashback, and same thing with Jane's. Yeah, Kristen Ritter comes back at the very end. I'll get to that in a minute. That's a great cameo, and there's a good reason why she was a little overcoated than usual. I'll again get to that when we get to the ending. So for the present, he went to his house, his family's house, to see if he could get some shit to help him out for the third act, and yeah, there was a whole subplot I forgot even when I was watching it back when the show was new, was that he was getting resentment for his brother. Like, his brother was cooler than him and everything, and his family loved him more because he was more straight and narrow. I think younger too, so that's not a parallel in my life at all. Personal life aside, yeah, he basically tricked them to pick him up somewhere and get into the house to get their guns from their safe. Yeah, it was like family heirloom status. It's not like mainstream kind of like, real still status. Speaking as the real Nerf Red Hood, when I voice act him eventually. Yeah, I gotta get around to fixing out how to make Jason look good for Titans. Anyway, that said, goes to the showdown with these guys. Premeditated the hell out of it. Had a great shootout with them. I won't spoil how the standoff started. It's kind of surprising and kind of in the Mike Ehrmantraut school shooting. Yeah, I know Mike was like an old guy and still is, But for his character actor, which unfortunately is the only one I have to IMDb down low, I was like 99% good. For the rest of this cast, you gotta give me that. Yeah, it was a great showdown. It was like, I guess, the last hurrah of like how Jesse came to be in like a Walter White kind of status. Like he was like getting up there. Like he was that confident after escaping the compound after the finale. Like it's a great build up and it's a great shootout, and that's about it. Because after that he goes straight on to Alaska and he has a memory of Jane, just when they were dating, and then spoilers for her death. Walt did it. Won't tell you how, but Walt did it. Yeah, she just told him that my metaphors with like the universe and cosmics and stuff. It's just bullshit. I'm just saying stuff, man. And he liked it. He was cool with it. It was kind of cool. Now, I mentioned earlier about Christopher having to be heavily coded than usual. I think it was either that or halfway into season 3 of Jessica Jones, she was super pregnant. Congratulations to her for her soon-to-be kid. I'm not being like that. I'm happy she's having a kid, and it's awesome to hear. But yeah, it also kind of showed. And Walt, I think, Walt and Mike are the only ones that are kind of age-proof because they were old guys coming into the show, so it kind of makes sense. And that's the whole theme of this review. The only nitpick I think myself and other Breaking Bad fans are saying is that there is a significant difference with their time being separate from the show, coming back into this movie. Like, you could tell it's been 6 years. You could tell that they've gained weight and stuff like that. Like, they're in their 40s and 50s, not their 20s and 30s. For some of the young cast, like, you can tell, even in Aaron Paul's case. But when I saw him in interviews recapping the entire series, I think that Jimmy Kimmel clip up there in the cards. Yeah, I couldn't remember that for the life of me for the first filming of this, so good on me there, and I think my audio. Yeah, he looked great in interviews. I don't know how that didn't resonate in the show itself. I mean, this movie coming into it. I could be wrong. I don't know. I guess finally when we get to ratings, 10 out of 10 for Breaking Bad. Unfortunately, at 8 or 5, depending what season is with Better Call Saul, because it's just delaying the inevitable. Like, you have to just get him at the main series at this point. It's sad but true. The only reason why I would sit through another season of Better Call Saul now is to see his present day. Because Saul actually did use the Alaska plan as well, but he had to go to a different state and works at Cinnabon. Yeah, I think Jesse Sell did the best in that Kimmel clip, so again, like I said, card to that. And the last scene of Robert Forster, was him just like learning his new backstory, learning his new his new ID, his new name and face, new car, his social security backwards. I can't even do that, so good on you, Aaron, there, and I'm not even gonna lie. That's pretty sweet. But yeah, it's a great closing of Jesse's life. He's set. Like, there's really no story you can make after that. I walk away if I was AMC or Netflix in this case, but something tells me they're not. And even if they aren't, if you're gonna write him turning into like Walt, don't. He's been through enough character-wise. I think Aaron would agree too, probably. But if it's an engaging story, I'm down for it. So yeah, my rating for the movie itself, like I said, is a 10 out of 10. The show's a 10 out of 10. In general, I mean, I'd be nitpicking with seasons, but that's how I am for the channel. End card finally coming up. This kick-ass sword here to see my Evil Dead month on the remake and Army of Darkness as the soon-to-be-revealed awesome badass chainsaw-wielding extraordinaire real nerve Ash Williams. And yeah, this hand here to the end card. And I mean, just sub to the channel, hit the notification bell if you want me to talk more about Breaking Bad and other like mainstream like Netflix content. Battery's dying again, so with that said, no post-creds. I wanted to keep it like standard, like vlog, but what are you gonna do? So that's it. Take care, subscribe, and I went a whole review without Jesse saying bitch. Damn it! I almost had it.